What is my passion? What is my purpose? What should I do? You have a lot of activities that you enjoy, and you cannot find what you're truly passionate about. You feel overwhelmed, you feel shattered, like you don't have a precise and stable identity. You want to identify a specific thing that represents you more than everything else does. And we call passion this strong feeling toward an idea, an activity, or a goal. Some people say that they are passionate about sports, others say that they are passionate about writing, some they are passionate about reading or art, music, biology, psychology, everything. But I disagree with that. I believe that passion is something more complex. Activities like reading, writing, singing, playing sports, working out are not passions. They are channels that you use in order to convey your true passion. Imagine a beam of light that hits a prism and divides itself into different colors. Your passion is the beam of light. The prism is the environment that you live in, so your family, your location, your context, and your culture. And the colors that came out are the channels that you use to express your passions. So saying that, let's say that coding is your passion, is like saying that red is the color of light. This is not false, but it's partially true, because identifying yourself in just one way to expressing your passion, just like saying that red is the color of light. Because if you were born 500 years ago, would you be damned to live a life without any passion? Because 500 years ago, computers weren't invented. Coding weren't even a thing, weren't even a word. So, would have you been condemned to live a life without passion? Of course not. You would have simply expressed your true passion in another way, through another channel. You are an unique combination of genes, familiar history, and experiences that could not be replicated in any way. And of course, there is in this world no perfect career or activity that is 100% fully designed for you, because your passion is something more deeper. And I understand that this sound very abstract, doesn't sound really concrete, but now I will help you to understand better what your passion actually is. So let's do that. First of all, grab a pen and a piece of paper and start to list everything that you do and you love doing on a day to day basis and try to be precise. So instead of saying, I like working out or I like writing, say, I like lifting weights, I like running, I like doing Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or whatever the fuck it is. Instead of saying I writing, I like to journal about my thoughts. I like to write stories about I don't know, pseudoscience. No, not pseudoscience. Sorry. Uh, I like writing story about science fiction. Okay, for example, I write my ideas about human psychology, human nature, share it with other on the YouTube. Okay, on the internet. Okay, make a list of every modality of expression of your passion by adding as much details as you possibly can. Second of all, look at what you've just wrote down and ask yourself what I like and what I love about this activity specifically. So, in my example, I done judo for a big time of my life. I still do judo, and I like judo because I love the feeling of finding out what my body is truly capable of. Or I like the feeling of pursuing a specific goal in a competition. I like the feeling of competition. I like the suffering and then the feeling of relief when the competition is finally over. I like studying psychology because I love finding out how human mind works. I like acting. I take acting classes because I like finding out what I can truly do and express on a stage, etc., etc. And do that for all the activities. And don't be afraid to repeat yourself. It's actually better if you repeat yourself. We'll explain why in a minute. Repeat, find more reasons why you love a specific activity, and understand why you love different activities for the same reason. Okay, I hope that will be clear. Try to see patterns. Try to see patterns in what you're doing and what you love about what you're doing. Because maybe you love the adrenaline. You do a lot of things because you love this feeling of high energy. You love this feeling of adrenaline. You love the feeling of satisfaction when the work is finished and done. Try to see different patterns among these different activities and put them together. And if you cannot do that the first time, don't worry, it's perfectly normal. I made around 5 to 6 journals and required me a lot of years in order to come to my personal conclusions. So don't be discouraged if you cannot find your true passion in the next 5 minutes. And if you have difficulties with pattern recognition, you can help yourself with ChatGPT. So put down all the things that you love doing on ChatGPT and type to it, see what is the common denominator between all of the things that I just listed down. And once you've done that, once you start to recognize what are the common points here, once you've found a common denominator for what you like doing, try to to synthesize it. Synthesize it with one sentence, or even better, with one word. For example, what I love from all the activities that I do and I enjoy is that I can extract more than my potential and discover more things about myself. I love the feeling of finding out what I'm truly capable of. So I believe that education is my passion. And education is a Latin word that means extracting out. So my true passion is extracting out what I can truly do. And education, it's Latin, this Latin word is literally what that means. And once you have understood what your true passion is, in my case is education, you can then apply that to whatever environment and field you actually want. I love educating myself and others, which means that I can be passionate about fitness, because fitness is about extracting all the potential out of the body of the people. It's all about that. Think about it for a second. Exercise, doing physical exercise, is about stimulating your body to adapt and reaching his maximum genetic potential. I can be a physical therapist, which is about educating people to move better and extract the better out of a situation despite their pain, and extract their potential nonetheless, even if they feel the pain. I can be a teacher, which is another form of educator. I could be a content creator, maybe one day, who knows, which is another form of education. Okay? Because finding your passion is just understanding who you are at the deep of your core. And once you understand who you truly are, you can work towards what you feel is important to you. You can now work accordingly to your passion instead of finding out with trial and error what your passion truly is. You can work accordingly to the possibilities of your environment. And by the way, as I said, I needed a lot of time in order to reach this level of awareness. I hope that by telling you this way, you can reach it sooner, but it requires time. At least you are now start to expose your brain to this information, so that your brain in the next months, in the next years, will start to re-elaborate all of these things and will extract discovery. Will maybe reach even sooner what I just found it out in 3-4 years, something like that. So be patient. Don't get discouraged if you don't find it out soon. And once you've found out who you are and what you're truly passionate about, then you can find your purpose. Then you can find what you're supposed to do in your lifetime on Earth. But how to find out your purpose is for another video, and I hope that this was useful. And please let me know in the comments if that actually was something that helped you finding your purpose. So the video is over. Remember to aim upward and keep searching for strength.